now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Release the need to be right. When you believe something, you assume you're right. You may even destroy relationships in order to defend your position. Let go of the need to defend your position. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 155, NASDAQ up 17, S&P's up 15, gold contract up $6.20, trading at $1,625 an ounce. Silver down 32 cents at $28.61 an ounce. Platinum up 33 bucks at $1,497 an ounce. Copper up 2 pennies at $3.36 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.64, trading out at $84.26. Bonds down 13 ticks at 148.27. King dollar off 19 ticks at 81.86. The euro up 66 at 126.24. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Well, I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We have $15, $13.29. Now, I'm going to get into the intraday deal here, folks. The reason being is that what we had intraday was, no doubt, high volatility. Okay, so S&P all day long, hanging out at 1324, 1325. Spikes, it's at 1327. At at 1450, we were at 1320. And 1 10-minute time frame, I believe it was announced on CNBC that the UK was going to get together and push some money into their economy. Bottom line, S&P spiked from 1320 to 1334 in about 5 minutes. 10 minutes later, bottom line is right back to 1323. Closed out at 1328. We do 743 million shares. Okay, so putting it together, what does it say? Well, first off, you didn't get over your swing point, which you sold off from on the 11th. We did 743 million shares, which was a lot better than we were doing. No doubt about that. When you are at this aspect, however, what you're dealing with is that we're dealing with the 17th. We're dealing with 945 million versus 778. So the baby's still not there, meaning conviction to the upside. Dow Industrials. What did the Dow do? Dow is up $1.55, had been up a couple hundred. Bottom line is up $1.55, closes out at 12,651. That 12,651 does say the Dow can get up on into the 12,710 area, which is about another $60. That area there is into the downdraft from April 10th. Now, NASDAQ Composite. With the S&Ps flying, bottom line, the Composite couldn't do a thing. Composite up $17. You did it was 1.6, but let me just check it again. 1.6 billion shares. And the Composite couldn't get out of its way. And the NASDAQ Composite itself, folks, leads up, leads down, does the whole ball of wax. So the consolidation is still in place. You get Friday coming into it, and here's what the news was. So check it out. So the Bank of England, here it goes. Okay, so Bank of England Governor Mervyn King said more economic stimulus may be needed to counter the black cloud of uncertainty from the euro crisis, and a new plan to spur bank lending may be in place in a few weeks. With signs of with things going down the tubes, especially in world markets, the case for further monetary easing is growing, King said in a speech in London today. He also said that the Bank of England is working on a bank funding plan with the government to activate its new sterling liquidity facility in the response to market strains. Bottom line, folks, is that England is getting ready for what? England is getting ready because you have Greece down the tubes already. You have Spain down the tubes. Bottom line, we'll see what ends up happening over the weekend in the elections, but it's making its way across Europe. What Britain is doing, you got to remember something. Britain is not in the European Union. Well, no, they're in the European Union, but they don't use the euro. You know, so bottom line is that you know, they're getting ready that they don't want runs on their banks. Now let's go over to the bond market. What do we have in bonds? Okay, bonds didn't move. Bottom line, bonds won't back off. Our 30-year bond. What do you have? You're at 148.27. Did 464,000 contracts. Bottom line, this baby wants higher price. Our dollar. Now this is what really gets wild. So picture what you have if in fact they're going to open up the spigot. Well, what does that do? What that does is make the currency worth less, going to make the dollar worth more. Well, right now the dollar is down 23 ticks, 81, 82, 29,000 contracts. That 29,000 contracts, folks, is going against. She's going against, let's see, she's going against 30,000 contracts as well as 37,000 contracts. So the dollar is still building cause for a higher price. What we'll get, so picture this. Now tomorrow is, well, here, now let's go through the ETF structures. If we go to the SPY first, what we have in the SPY is this. SPY did 219,000 shares going to 275. We closed over the highs of this whole week. Well, no, except for Monday. That's saying that the SPY is going to go make a run for that 134.25, which was the high of Monday when we sold off. The diamonds, basically, I believe, closed over it. So that would be saying that the diamonds want to run. Okay, so the diamonds closed at 126.37. Well, that's going to make the run for it. The diamonds got over the high of Monday today and closed underneath them. We got to 126.94. You closed at 126.37. The high of Monday was at 126.49. That's saying we'll go for it one more time. And it's a Friday. Just totally makes sense. The Qs, a different ball game. What you have with the Qs is that they did 57 million shares. That's going against 62 million. And the Qs just wouldn't move. That's what it comes down to. The small caps, let's do the Russell 2000. Inside the Russell 2000, it's interesting. This is the same thing. The Russell 2000 couldn't get going either. You know, so there's no doubt they pushed the S&Ps, and that was extraordinary. No two ways about it. Small cap, the IWM did 50 million versus 71. You know, so as we go into tomorrow, what I expect you're going to probably see, it's going to get interesting because I didn't know what the first rumor was, and that was, I believe that was on CNBC because it didn't come across the tape until about 10 minutes after that, about the Bank of England and the whole ball of wax. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the high volume stocks we had out here today, JP Morgan Chase was up 35 cents. We had Johnson & Johnson up $1. Chesapeake Energy was up 40 cents. You had Morgan Stanley up 28. Pfizer was up 37. Wells Fargo was up 45. We had Big Blue up $2. Big Mac was up $1.75. Okay, we're going to go over there. Let's see what we got, if we get any action. We'll start with Big Mac. McDonald's. McDonald's, okay, no action there. She's been in a downtrend extraordinaire from $102 down to 86. That's a dead cat bounce. Big Blue, different ball game, but she doesn't have anything either. Okay, so IBM. IBM had gone from 210 straight down to 185, and there's no juice underneath it. Amazon. We go take a look at Amazon out here. Interesting. Amazon was red. Yeah, Amazon wants to fill up this gap. There's a huge gap in Amazon, folks, that's still wide open at 196, and right now you're at 214. We go over to Google. We take a look at Google. Yep, Google. This is interesting. This is pretty amazing, actually. Google was down $2 and wants lower price. Apple didn't get any freight on it either. Interesting. Apple 571. Bottom line, folks, you still are in a monster ABC structure on the way down. Nothing's changed. You still have lighter volume as you're spiking higher. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.